Hello faithful viewers, welcome back to another review. This time we're looking at the Transformers Energon repaint of Armada Demolisher. Now, by the time you're looking at this video, I will only have 2 more deluxes in my collection to actually review, and then we're running pretty dry, so that's just a warning for y'all. But anyway, focus on this. So this is the repaint of Demolisher from the Armada line. This is the Energon version, and I like this deco a whole lot more than the original version. Now, compared to the original, there isn't too much else going on here. There is literally no difference functionality wise between this and the original. It's the same figure. The Cybertron version that came out, they did replace some of these Minicon ports on the side here with the Cyberkey gimmick. It just activated the same thing. So we shall blitz through this review because, like the Seeker ones that I've done previously, we're just covering the same ground. So it turns into the same sort of tank. Primary colours are this really lovely lime neon green that we've got going on here. Lovely royal purple as well. Light grey with kind of like a gunmetal grey dark going on there. Nice purple Decepticon symbol. You've got interesting yellow and black striped deco on like the human cavity part there where the cockpit would be. You've got black missiles, black guns up top there. Purple treads flipping onto the underside. There is kind of like a silvery wash going on the underside there to simulate mud, so that's interesting. We didn't have to put that on there, but that extra little bit of detail doesn't hurt. You've got some black kind of technological detailing on the back end there. He rolls, well, Blackout just came out, but he rolls, you know, so there's a lot of traction going on there, a lot of hitting on the desk. But you know, the general vehicle mode is still solid and pretty timeless for what it is. Now, Blackout, same thing as before, basically. He shares Demolish's colours once again. So you've got the lime green, you've got the dark purple, you've got the light grey. He's got this little antenna, which can flip out there. You can further the transformation by flipping them up top. So you've got him in that mode, I suppose. But otherwise, he basically has the record for the easiest transformation of all time. There we go, we're done. Now, I will say, I think he could have done with a little bit more paint on his head, because as it is, he's kind of lacking. It's just the dull grey, silver faceplate with the like targeting thing over his left eye there, being the same colour as the grey. I'd have preferred it if that were either green or purple, just to make it pop out a little bit more. As it stands, this version of Blackout compared to the previous one is just overall a little bit more bland, despite me liking the overall colour spectrum of this iteration a whole lot more. It doesn't really service Blackout that well. There's too much light grey. We could have done with just spreading it out a bit more. But anyway, in terms of gimmickry, as before, I had Blackout initially there, right in Demolisher's arse, literally is his arse. And you know, the same thing, there's a button on the back side there, and in theory he should shoot out. And he does do really rather well. I think in the Armada video we struggled a little bit with that. And if you press this button, that didn't work, and that looks very erotic. And then you can sit Blackout in the seat that is behind here, as if he's piloting the tank that Demolishor is. So that's fun. That's a nice little inclusion. And then, of course, there is the primary Minicon gimmick. So if we shove him right there, that should extend that, as we see. And then if we pull back, that should shoot the missiles. Nice and powerful after all these years. Right, to get Demolishor transformed, very easy transformation. So we're going to start here at the legs. So we're going to move them down like so, on their double hinges. We're going to unclip the treads, bring them back out like that. We're going to flip the feet out like so, and like so. And then we're going to bring all of this down to fully form the legs, like that. And then we want to rotate him 180 at the waist. Now we can flip this seat in. And then with the arms, firm grasp and pull. This one is a little bit easier than the Armada figure that I've got, but I've had the Armada one for longer, so this hasn't deteriorated as much. There's not the same fear with pulling this one apart. Flip out his head, and then bring the arms down just like this. And there you go, that is Demolishor fully transformed in a very quick and easy transformation. And he looks beautiful, doesn't he? I really do like the colour combination that we've got on here. Now that's not to say it's not without its flaws though, because you could make the argument he is a bit bland up top. These are very much Constructicon colours, and I don't know if that was purposely what they were going on for here, but you know, he does very much resemble a Constructicon, and especially when he gets his quote upgrade later in Energon, where he turns into basically ape face. His vehicle mode is very much that of long hauls, so I don't know, I just find that interesting. Now I do have a slight criticism of the paint that they've used here. You'll notice his face isn't quite accurate to how it is in the cartoon, namely this big old eye over here, or an eye patch. Was it actually an eye, or was it an eye patch? I'm not entirely sure, but if I remember correctly, in the cartoon, the big one was purple and his smaller eye was orange. And here, the smaller eye is purple and the big one is completely unpainted. That's a shame. Now, they didn't get the Armada figure right either, because the figure for Armada has a black face, whilst in the cartoon he had a peach face. So neither Demolishor in my collection is accurate, really. But otherwise, love the green, absolutely adore it. Coupled with the grey and the purple, it makes for quite a stunningly beautiful colour combination. I really do like it. Purple tyres, or treads, sorry. And overall, I just love the colour scheme of this guy quite a lot. In terms of articulation, not a lot really, as we have established before. So the head can't turn, it can go back like that, and it can't go forward at all. In terms of the shoulders, you've got a spin there of 360. You've got a 90-degree bend, as we can see there, out of the elbow, and then it can go back due to transformation. There isn't any rotation of any kind anywhere, so that's kind of it. At the waist, you've got a decent range. You can go all the way around. It's just being blocked at the minute by that seat. In terms of a spread, it's okay. I've seen better though. In terms of a forward kick, pretty good. In terms of a back kick, pretty good. In terms of a knee bend, it is below 90 degree because of the way that this is. If you pull that out, though, he can then achieve a 90 and over. And then that's kind of it. In terms of the feet, you've got a little bit of up and down for transformation, but no rocker of any kind. So articulation overall, very limited. He could do with a legacy upgrade for that. Okay, so comparing the two Demolishors in my collection, Energon on the left and Armada on the right. Now, you may think me insane for liking the Energon one better, because from just the get-go here, you can actually see that the Armada one has arguably a lot more paint to him. He is coloured a lot more consistently, I suppose. There's a better usage and better spread of his colour, but I just love the vivid green and the grey and the purple, that combination, rather than, to me, the kind of bland desert cream and red that you got going on here. Now, don't get me wrong, the red is nice, but I don't know, I just like the Constructicon colours better on him. But anyway, that's how they look together. Comparing two green boys now, so we've got our green Demolishor on the left and our green Parallax Cyclonus on the right. I still don't have the Energon Cyclonus Redeco, and I really actually quite like that still. But I wanted this Cyclonus for so many years. Finally got him about, 2011. I've had him a while now. But yeah, that's how those best friends of the Decepticons ranks look together. Now, I could have shown Demolishor with the Legacy Armada Megatron now that I've got him, but I decided, as this is the Energon version, let's show him off with Energon Megs, the guy he worships. And what a stark size difference this is. I don't think that this is in any way accurate to how it is in universe, but still. This is how Demolishor and his big boss look together. And then our final green comparison, Demolishor with Mysterio. Alright, so to get Demolishor transformed back into vehicle mode, easy peasy. Let's flip the head in. Let's rotate the arms forward and close the chest while we do it. Flip the arms up top, so that the hands are now field-proof cannons. Flip the seat round. rotate him at the waist, flip his feet in, extend all of this, force these bits outward on their double hinges, like so. Fold his tyres in, connect the back pieces, and you're done. And then just like before, Demolishor has a quote base mode or a turret mode. So I'm going to kind of haphazard my way through this because I haven't looked at the instructions to refresh my memory. But I believe you take them out, and then you can bring the legs down as if you're transforming them into robot mode, spin them at the waist, and then kind of angle these, I do believe. It's meant to be something not too dissimilar to this. He is listing at a bit of an angle. That's just because I got his legs wonky. Yeah, it's meant to be something similar-ish to this. I don't think this is exactly how it transforms, but it's near enough, I suppose. And yeah, it's kind of a pathetic excuse for mode, to be honest. Right, so that's been our look at the Transformers Energon redeco of Demolishor. Now, you know, he's an old figure. He doesn't have a lot going on in terms of articulation and posability. I like him primarily for his colour scheme. Now, I acknowledge that the mould is really outdated. He definitely needs a legacy update. If you value articulation and just modern engineering on a Transformer, then he won't be for you. As I said, he's very outdated. But if you are an Armada/Unicorn Trilogy completionist and you like gimmicks and you like the whole Minicon thing, sure. And if you like his colours like I do, definitely. It just depends, as I said before, what you personally want out of your Transformer. So that has been our look at Energon Demolishor, which means, as of making this, I have 2 deluxes left to do, being Revenge of the Fallen Skids and Revenge of the Fallen Mudflap. Oh boy, that's going to be interesting. But I've still got some Unicorn Trilogy figures to look at the bigger size classes, so stay tuned for those. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for stopping by and checking out this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share it around to help out the channel. And until the next time, see y'all later.